Welcome in. I'm very curious where this is gonna go because this is kind of like impromptu. When I see a dragon pop up, I have to click the dragon. Click him into existence. Okay, this is probably gonna be a collective reading, but there could be timestamps, so you can still check if you want. Okay, we have Giraffe with Visionary. I'm seeing the smallest one looking down. It kind of looks like she apparently is looking down at her own nostril. So recognizing what you're smelling, there's something about sensing, but really recognizing what you're sensing, bringing truth to it, bringing your own altered perspective. There could be something that you're seeing that it's like others around you are looking up and forwards, and in the way that seems most apparent, seems most ordinary, or most like it's the direct way forwards. But sometimes the senses that we're being brought to, being handed. Here you go, here's your sense for the day. Sometimes that which we're handed isn't always like the tallest trees. Sometimes we're handed the nostril kind of looks a bit like a seed. And I don't even want to say anything like that seed will grow taller than these trees, or even that it's the same breed of tree. But you have a seed. You can see something that others aren't looking for. It's like you're all looking for abundance, and so obviously it's most logical to, well, not really, but for many it could be most logical to look for the abundance, look for the food, look for the trees, look for the large collectives of nourishment, that which has already grown, or that which you know can grow. But what you're sensing is this nostril, this seed, this possibility, the infinite, the egg, the unknown. Because if no one stops to consider what can come from existence, the extent of trees, of abundance, of where that really comes from, what that really is, if no one stops to listen to that, which those senses you've been handed around that, then we'll always have the same trees. I kind of feel like that's the message. Okay. Oh, maybe we will do it multiple piles. Just maybe there's no pile selection. Maybe we'll do that at the end. That was only 3 minutes. Okay, but it was powerful. Okay, pile 2. Also, my face probably is going a bit red because I'm leaning on the radiator, which is heated. A heated radiator. Okay, pile 2 is Peacock. Vibrance. Okay, I think the reason why I was noting that heat is definitely pile 2 related, because I was leaning on it for pile 1, but there's something about you pile 2 which has a lot to offer. I want to say it's like you're brimming with ideas, or you're bringing new ideas, or you're bringing something. It could be something connected strongly with your expression, especially with your voice, or ideas, bringing what's in the mind to the body. This is giving me Priapus energy, particularly to do with astrology, but the energy in general, which is that of fertility. It's that of like intense desire. It's that of it's like a need to create, is what I'm saying here. You are born to shine and inspire. And I didn't even read the card for pile 1's and I keep comparing you, so and Peacock can get a lot of admirers, so you could have a lot of different projections of who you are or what you should create or anything to do with you or your life. A lot of other people have their own opinions on you, and so I think you've already developed, or you are developing, both a strong independence in what your personal alignment is, what your personal desire is, and you may be finding that with that message of like you already have come into this and you're also continuing it. You may be coming into more awareness, or you just recently have. There's a lot of question around your pile. You may have come into a lot of damn it, it's private energy. What was I saying? A new awareness of something. I'm really losing my headspace with this heat. You may be finding that, like, you know that what you're wanting to do is to do with your mind and expression, but you may be, it's like an overwhelm, but it's nothing. It's like you feel like you're already there, so it's like if you already feel like you're there and yet the physical shows that you're not, you may be feeling out of it in like a kind of fun way, like, huh, what? It's like, we're already here, aren't we? But there's more to do, or there's everything to do, because there's always everything to do, because it's a continuation, because life just is. It's not a specific place. It's not like life is there and not here. Life is just life. At least that's my perspective. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. You are born to shine and inspire. Vibrancy, Peacock. And I read that all from bottom to top. Bottom to top. You're ready. You feel ready. You feel alive. You feel full of life. You feel healthy. You feel like there's something that you still can't quite get out though. Because I keep being drawn back to, like, I had something so good to say that feels so on point for you, and I can tell that the message is still on point to say for you, but I can't remember it. It's like I can see it, but I don't know what that is. How do I get that out? It's like you could just stare at something forever, like this expression, this creation, or this life even. You maybe just be feeling so filled up by life that you don't feel a need to do anything else, or you don't feel... What do you feel? I'm being really drawn to the borders of the card. And some would say this has no border, but I would say different. I would say this has a border. Look, look, look. It has a border. Borders could be significant. Borderline music could be very important to you. Or you could receive more... not inspiration, because you have all the inspiration you need / want. And I feel more like want for your pile. You have all that inspiration. You have all the drive too. You feel so full. But there's like I'm drawn to the like white on the eye. There's like a something. And that feels like the part that hasn't been filled in. But maybe that's how you're viewing it, like this thing that you can't, there's like a but with your reading. But and an angle that you're trying to get at, or that thing that you're trying to remember. But I feel like that thing that you're trying to remember, I feel like you'll get to a point where you're like, oh fuck it, I don't care about trying to get to that anymore, I'm just gonna go forwards anyway. And then it's like once you've done that then, and this could also be your past. I feel so much around your reading where I'm being like, okay, has this been done, has this not, or was this you in the past, or was this you in the future, or is this now? So I don't know. Maybe some of you are even rewatching this and you've changed the second time and the reading is no longer clicking. Something disorienting about your reading. Yeah, because I keep being drawn to new things, and that's the message again. I didn't quite get what I was trying to say out. It was like, once you've, okay, it was I had said that you, and I'm staring at two eyes in my room right now. And yeah, and this is surrounding the eyes. Something around the eyes is very significant. I was just thinking then, relating that to my eyes, and I'm like, I feel like my eyes are tired. So it could be that you're feeling like actually you have your vision, but you feel too tired to put it into action. But that's the illusion. I don't know, you feel so full. And I was saying, like, you have all the inspiration, but I guess this message of like you're also tired is coming through too, or like overheated or something where you think that it's off but it's not. And I think that because that won't go away, at some point you either did or you will decide to ignore the like but part and go through with it anyway. And then I was seeing after, it's like then you'll remember, or then you'll gain the thing that you would like on the but for. You'll gain my mind won't stay on track in this reading. That's what you're feeling, I think. It's like you're trying to stay on track. It's like you're trying to cover up certain parts of yourself, or trying to be rigid in like a box of how things should be done, or how something should be done. There's a call to allow your full feathers to blossom, allow all of you to be. There's a letting go of control. Yeah, and after you've done the thing, then it was like you remember the thing, or you no longer, it's like it comes back to you, or you receive it, you have it now, but it doesn't hold the weight that you were trying to have it have. It's like, oh, like I have that now. And so it's like there was no, it's like you would later be glad that you hadn't waited, because it's like, oh, that wasn't really important anyway. I'm being really drawn to the purple on this plumage. I think that's not the plumage, is it? This is the plumage. Wings. Whoa. Wait, do peacocks have wings? I feel like peacocks have wings. I feel like they shouldn't have wings though. Like they have so much of this going on. Let's read the peacock card. Okay. And avoid jealousy is poking out to me again, and that's bringing me back to that message of like a lot of different, yeah, I've got this in a reading ages ago, seeing these like eyes, like there's a lot of different perspective surrounding either your situation or you or whatever. Whatever, like anything, something that's not even to do with you. Peacock. Okay. Grace, vibrancy, self-esteem, authenticity. I'm feeling like holding this up for you and not actually reading it for some reason. Yeah, and I feel like that might even be part of the message in, not really you could read it and maybe that's part of the message, something that you'll get through reading. So there could be something like the way in which something is done allows you to process something differently. It's like, do it your way, don't do it yet. Again, there are so many perspectives on you, but this is about your own. But I don't feel like it's like that could be so easily be your reading, but it's not. It's like that wants to be mentioned, but you already do this. I feel it doesn't feel like something you're lacking or that's wavering even, but it's like I feel like there'll be an epiphany surrounding it for you, because it's like it's not wavering, but there's that message coming through. So it's maybe could be a confirmation. It feels like it definitely could be a confirmation on, it's like you're already in yourself, in your body, but you needed to be shown that you were like that in your body. So you may be perceiving yourself to be wavering in solidity in yourself. You may fear. This could have to do with, I keep mentioning like that expression or like a thing like a before and after time. So what was I saying? I'm being drawn to P now. Food, green. Yeah, you may be fearing that. Oh, that might be the butt thing. Like you're afraid that you're seeing incorrectly. Maybe like there's more for you to see, to solidify within yourself, that you will remain in yourself. Maybe this is something or someone that you fear like overextending to, or extending in a way which would cause some sort of distress to you. And it's like I'm seeing the word refinement. It's like you feel like there's an expectation of perfection in some way, maybe. And that's funny. Usually my personal perspective on that would be to share how there is no such thing as perfection, or like what is perfection, choosing what perfection is. But that's not your message. Your message is like you're already perfect. Okay, that is actually what I was saying though. And it just feels like that energy of wholeness. And I was trying to understand what I was thinking about, or thinking whether I should express that more concisely, but it doesn't feel like that's necessary. Good things will come, and more good things will come. There's something about like steps, but letting go of steps. Okay, because I dropped the card when I was about to say that. Something about letting go of steps, or letting go of... Let's get another card for you. There's Mystic on the back. Polar bear. Polar. I'm thinking of Polar Opposites, a TV show. I'm thinking of being trapped. Aliens. I've been liking the word aliens lately. Green aliens. So there's something about like switching up, or because that's like the energy of letting go of steps. I feel like I'm really drawn to things in my room, in your pile, or like I'm noting. I'm like my eyes. It's something about something you're seeing. Heron, patience, and lizard regeneration. Yeah, regeneration is definitely that like shifting up, and Heron is a bit like my empathy card, like taking on too much of others and drawing back your energy to yourself and allowing inspiration to guide you through your actions, or to your actions. This is just making me think of flowing with yourself, and this is kind of reminding me of Priapus energy again. And with that being like the erectness, it's like you're ready. There's like a fullness, a completion with your energy, which is interesting given, yeah, because Yeah, because it's a constant completion. Yeah, forever fulfilled and forever unfulfilled. And also with that polar opposites energy of like, it's both and so it's neither. Yeah, and I think that's like, I read or saw okay, they don't want me to say it. Paradigm shift. That was weird. It's like as soon as I let go of it, of needing to say it, that's when I could say it. It's like, you might feel a lot of like contradicting things, or like you're being told no, so you go no. This is going with this Heron Patience inspired action, because it's like you're being told not to act, so you don't act, and then you may immediately be ready to act, and it's that action could only have come from that state of stillness, or that state of, I heard abandon. I actually heard non-abandon, but it's like what wanted to come through was abandon, and again it's like opposite energies, trucks, monster trucks. Opposite energies, renewed, time alone, put on your new cloak. Yeah, it's like you may keep getting messages, and then it's like it's poking in lots of different areas, and it's like forming yourself. That's reminding me of a story I just had an idea to write yesterday, and it's to do with clay. Forming it's not actually to do with forming clay, but there could be something about stories. But yesterday? Okay, I'm being told to say or point out master and leave it at that. Okay. Master. Okay. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye, pile number 2. Goody hoo. I wonder if the owl card will come out for pile 3. Welcome in, pile 3. I will welcome you now. Ooh. An interesting way to pop out your card was beaded. Elk. Nobility. You've done. These readings feel very cohesive today. Sometimes it's like I have to like jump back. I have to really adjust myself into a new energy for a new reading, but in these readings they feel very fluid, so there's a reason why I'm bringing that up for your pile. So there's something about what you have come into is, I heard, nothing short of miraculous, which is actually the opposite of the energy that I was about to say, which was, it was you. So I guess combining those two messages is that you were the miracle. You created the miracle. What is a miracle? Okay. I think you make others question that, because you might do things that, or be a part of things that, it's like you are somewhat of a miracle. Or you, something, no, it's more to do with you. Okay. And other people might see this more like outside of yourself, like things you do or things you create, things you say or know or have access to. They may see that as more like a miracle, but it's actually to do with you. It's you. I was gonna hold up the card to show you, but I heard no, don't show them. There's a sense of you trusting yourself. You trusting the unseen. I believe strongly in there being a logic and a description for everything. Like there's an equation for everything. but you weren't shown the equation for many things, but you knew you had the answer. You had the like equals 3, but you didn't have the 1 plus 2. And there's a sense that you continue to trust that equals 3 even though you didn't have the equation to clarify that to others or to clarify that for yourself. And that's why I'm particularly being called not to show you the card. But what I was getting there was actually, it's not so much like, ooh, how do I word this? It's like I want to tell you that the reading isn't random, that, and this obviously goes with your life and your message, it's not random, it's an equation. It's like, I didn't show you that, not necessarily out of like a randomness of like being guided without reason to do that in order to give the message. It's like, no, the energy that is this collective reading resonates with that essence of mystery, and that was an expression of that. So I didn't know. Oh. Okay, I'll express this in a new way. I think you are either in a situation that's very difficult to understand, or you are one who is very understanding, possibly, or very hard for others to understand. You may also like bodily movements, expressing yourself physically, because I'm feeling like I want to move my body with you. Limitless. I feel like we're sharing a lot telepathically. Burp. I need to burp again. This reading is very interesting. It's like playing on the idea of what this really is, or it is like giving me existentialness. I don't really know what that word means, but I think it fits. I feel like if I was using tarot, I would get the Hanged Man card. It's like, what is here, what is present, is flip-flopness? I don't even know what to call this. And I feel like putting the cards away, so I will. Bye-bye, Elky. I think you really make others question themselves by doing nothing but being yourself. It's like your connection to others. It's like, I think you could be one who makes other people question their equations. It's like, I want to say we all have the answer, and a lot of people search for that equation, and a lot of people feel like they have that equation, but when you bring you into the mix of that answer, or my mind is confused now, but that's the whole point, is that you confuse people. It's like you don't fit into that equation that most people have of the answer. And you can take that to be a very large perspective on life, like more philosophical, or you could take that to be a more specific situation. I feel like it will be obvious, but maybe some of you needed to hear that because you can see now how that is either the abstract is related to the abstract, the what's the opposite of abstract? Specific. Or you can see how the specific is actually with the root of the abstract. I'm being drawn to my socks. Yeah, which is kind of like it's bringing me up and out, or out and up. And the way I'm seeing it is very inventive, like socks. Like putting something else just like over you. Over your feet. It's the core of something. It's where people have rooted themselves. It's like you show them that that isn't the true route, or you show them that it would be more efficient or more nourishing, more something, fill in the gap, to be rooted somewhere else. Or you make people question where they're really rooted. Or you make people see a root of themselves that they don't want to see. I feel very much an energy of like intimidation, like you could really shake up people's sense of self or sense of reality even. Because I feel quite galactic or out, like I'm not really in a reading, and I love this energy because it's just more like real life, like this is just me in my room connecting with you, like this is a one-on-one, or like a one-on-one, or like a one on like one. Yeah, I think you really shake people's ways of doing things up, because again, I'm not actually using the cards anymore. It's like you've shifted the way that I need to operate, or you've shifted me, because it's not just there's so much with your reading of like what is output is input, or what is input is output, or like the wise, and I'm seeing that like wise, like W-I-S-E, and Y W-H-Y. Y wants to be duplicated or triplicated. I feel like you are very present with yourself, and that is what stirs up others, because it allows so much space for them to be present with themselves too. And I think that particularly maybe those in your vicinity, or those that are on your mind, or something around you, in your aura, in your awareness, because this doesn't feel so like on the side. This feels quite within your consciousness of your life. They feel I'm going to be asked to put in their energy so I can describe it more. Okay, so they get in their head a lot, because immediately I was expecting to feel things, but immediately I just had like a line of loads and loads of thoughts. Like, oh no, what if this... Nine of Swords energy of this mental... like and it doesn't feel like a prison. Like the way I said it, like a line, it's like a stream of thoughts. You make people think a lot. I'd say also for a lot of people, it's like you unground them. Like some people who are really stuck in the mud, it's like you lift them out, and some people who don't think become thinkers. Like they really... It's like either they squish themselves under the mud even further and block out everything, and they just will not hear you out, will not... I heard give a damn. They will not allow you into their space, into their aura. It's like there's a firmer brick wall up. Or you lift other people out. It's like they go way higher than they thought they even could be, and they become aware that they were in the mud. Oh, that's so beautiful. I feel like such a clearing energy of that, and so much gratitude. I feel like a lot of people have a lot of gratitude for you. And I looked at 3, 4, 4, 4. I feel like you could use very specific words also. It's like not only your presence, your energy of just your natural state of being, but the specifics of what you say or do. It's like something to do with your intentionality, and that's not necessarily that it's like I'm intending to clear you. It could be that, but it's more like the awareness you have of what you do or what you say that comes through. So someone else could say the exact same thing as you, someone else could write or paint the exact same thing as you, but it's not the exact same thing. Yeah. Okay, that's your reading. And I kind of saw that as like a lotus bud, like a flower, but like it's enclosed. But I like it that way. And with that, it's making me feel very like you provide a safe space for that flower to, like other flowers, because it's like that's not your flower, or I don't know, it's like it wouldn't feel right to open it here. And I think that's because it's not yours, because you provide that love for everyone else's flowers and for them to open in their own way. I feel like it's not about the opening, it's just about you recognize the flower, you recognize what it is. Because that message of like not trying to make it open, it's like you're very unconditionally accepting. Like you see the love in everything, you see perfection in everything. You provide like an it's okay for everyone. Wow, that was big, because I didn't think I was going to be saying for everyone there. Oh, and that made me I guess subconsciously feel emotional, so I feel like that's what you do for others. It's like they have no choice. They have no choice but to put those walls way, way up, or to completely allow them to shatter. And every time I tap back into that, like that space where people get uplifted by you, or allow in that love that you have for others, when they allow that in, I just feel like immense gratitude for you, or for, it's not like I'm like for you, it doesn't feel egotistical, it just feels immense gratitude, full stop. And I think that's actually maybe more like they just feel that love. So some of you, it may be nourishing for you to hear that there are so many who receive the love that you emanate. I wanted to say those that you're aware of and those that you're not, but I felt really unsure about saying that. So that could be your unsureness. And I looked at 38 as I was like stumbling on my words, so I feel like you're really unsure about that. There could be a select number that you recognize that you love, and that they can receive that love, or they do receive that love. Yeah, there's this like can. It's like you were seeing it like they can receive your love, as opposed to they do receive your love. You may feel hurt, or have in the past felt very hurt by others not receiving your love. Yeah, I'm seeing it like their cups were turned backwards. Oh, I have a cup right here instead of opening it up. Just looking to see how green it was. I don't wash my cups very often. Instead of it being, I just put it on my bed. Instead of it being open, this is you with your love water. instead of it being open, they have turned it and it's like it washes down. But now I'm seeing like no, it doesn't. Okay, but now I'm getting into more of like a very higher perspective, which is just like this glass itself is just as much love as what is coming out of the hand. Where do I go with that? I'm seeing a box with not wooden, it's like a woven box. And now I'm imagining smelling it. What does it smell of? Whoa. It's making me think of the Fates. Moirai. Trying to think if I can remember their names now. I know one is Clothel. It was like it was empty and I was going to smell and smelling the bottom of it, and I kept wanting to say it should feel or it should smell nostalgic, and I looked at 4114, but no, but it didn't. And instead of it smelling nostalgic, I went in and it became like a pool, like a portal pool, and it took me kind of into a past life. But it was more, I don't want to say a past life or a future life or a parallel life. I just kind of want to say it's not like possibility either. I'll get a card for that actually. I really want my deck. I'm gonna get my deck. Yeah. As if this one isn't my deck. It's not. My created by me deck. This is going on that same energy of like what is mine, with that love energy of the cup is just as much as that which goes into the cup of love. The cup is just as much love as, yes. I think you're really still, because I think I'm getting more insecure in your pile, like a feeling like I need to be rushing. But that's not what your energy is. Your energy is giving like so much stillness. I think maybe now I'm questioning myself, but that was the message too earlier of like you make people question themselves. Yeah, I think you really make people slow down, and for those who are insecure about that, they would get insecure, wouldn't they? Okay, what were we asking about? Red Panda. Red Panda can speak to a balance between, I heard heaven and earth, treetops and, I'm trying to think of a cool word to say instead of like the ground. Treetops and tree bottoms. Bat. I'm not sure if you can even see in this light. Lighting. Yeah, each time I present the question, I'm given the answer. I think you probably have a lot of answers. Or a lot of questions. Or maybe both. Because I see you quite like awaiting. I heard stage. Awaiting stage. You're a waiting. Okay, I'm gonna rephrase this. It's like you have so much to give and share, I feel. But you don't. It's like you're very reserved, or it's like you're waiting for, if someone were to ask you, you'd have the answer, or you'd have your answer, or many answers. But there's like a sense of not needing that, a sense of peace and contentment, of simply being. It's like when the question is asked, you'll answer. Yeah, that's right. things are going like switched around. So sometimes you may even feel, or others may feel, like you don't, or they don't know if what you're providing is, or what you have is the answer or the question. And maybe you're aware that they're one and the same. It's like that equals sign. Like 1 + 1 = 2. Like equals, they're the same. Like the answer is the same as the equation. I don't know if I said, but I was like trying to get at saying that I saw 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 44, 44. I don't remember what I was saying as that during that. I just got brought to my like croakiness of the voice then, but it wasn't something that felt. I heard unordinary, but I was trying to say distant. It doesn't feel bad. It feels soothing. And I think that's bringing me back to that message of like love is everything, in that even disease or even distortion or injustice, that which is seemingly unbalanced, unloving, is just perfection. Because that's the energy I feel that you're in, or that this reading is calling you into, allowing that space for you to see yourself as being in. That essence that everything is. My personal perspective is that infinity exists, and so there is every possible expression of everything. I'm not getting to say more, it's like that is it. And the second card, I don't know if I showed it, is Dragonfly. I don't think I did, I was like waiting to show it. And I was actually waiting to show it alongside the Red Panda card. And Dragonfly has a very, very strong perspective. Like they have thousands of viewpoints or something. I don't know. I don't remember the logistics. It's like I have the answer. Like they have a lot, or they have, I feel their essence, but I don't remember the facts. You may be one that's very connected to love, to source energy, but you can't explain it. Or you can explain it, but you don't embody it. It's like, or maybe both. Maybe you have both. Yeah, because it's like that balance. I feel so much from you, it's like you don't feel the need to over-explain yourself. It's like you'll say what you want to say, and you may be aware when others when others will misperceive what you're saying. And misperceive, there's not really such thing as misperceiving something. It's just they might perceive it differently to the way that you perceive it, or the way that you had intended for them to perceive it. But I feel so much of you that you don't intend for others to perceive in any one way. It's like you say your thing, or you do your thing, you be your thing, and you allow for others to have their own unique perspectives. And that's reminding me of the Peacock card in Pile 1, which feels like it's come full circle. So you may feel like you've come full circle, or you recognize others coming full circle, and also just that the essence of source of life all being like come full circle, like everything, just that essence of like everything is love again. It's like any other perspectives are just that same oneness from a particular angle. It's a particular part of that infinity. And if infinite existence exists, then you can just be whatever part of that infinity you want to be. You feel very at peace. You feel very like you've done it. Like you're not striving. You found you. You found you. But there's still like a, it's not like a specific, there's like a, with pile 2, there was like a specific like, but there's not that with you, but it's almost like you just haven't fully grounded into thisness. It's not like a specific tether or anything, it's just a, I feel like an integration that is very naturally being processed for you. You may feel like you go around the circle with perspectives, or you go up and then you go down, and I feel like you're more embracing this now. You're allowing that to be. I feel really like stroking the red panda right now. I'm being drawn to how they... Okay, the way I'm seeing this is they look very cute when they are being aggressive, but I was kind of trying to say protective. Which is bringing me to this essence of being mistaken. I feel like you are mistaken a lot, or you will be mistaken a lot, and this is just simple confirmation, like that's other people's perspectives of you, and that doesn't have to be yours, and theirs can be theirs, even if it's not true to you, because everything is true. Yeah. Okay, anything else? Yeah, with this black jaguar, there's an embodiment of both. I feel like there is another message that is quite separate from the one I've been kind of dwindling around, hanging out with. So I'll step back and see if we've got another specific message for you. It feels like we weren't fixated, and now it's like, maybe now it's like I finally got to you. It's like before, it's like I was taking my time. Maybe you are very protective of your energy, so you didn't really want me to read you. So I was just reading kind of what you were allowing of me. And maybe now at this point you feel safe with me to read, and now your energy is more available. And so we can actually get more of a personalized message. I like that. I like that a lot. And that in and of itself could be a message, like guidance to allow that to be. If you feel like you want to be protective and you feel like other people might misunderstand that desire to be closed off, there's an essence of allowing that to be. That can be their perspective of you, but you can also explain yourself. I want to like bring in that message of, we know that red pandas are, I keep getting, this might not be true about red pandas, but protective, it's the energy of protection. I feel like you're resistant to being protective of yourself, in fear that you'll be misunderstood or seen as... Okay, what are you afraid of being seen as? Let's do that. And let's see why. Spider. I love spider. You're afraid that other people will be afraid of you. Of being feared, I think. Or you're afraid of being seen for one thing and one thing only. Like there's so much around the spider. Like spider has like its whole web, but this isn't about the web, this is just about the spider. So you may be afraid that you'll not be considered for all of your facets, and that maybe it's like you're afraid of people taking you for that. Okay, I'm seeing it more clearly now. I think you're afraid of others perceiving the barrier that you place in front of yourself for protection, because only so much can be seen through that, but like they can only understand so much of you when you place up that barrier to protect yourself. But this isn't necessarily right. I mean, just before, no, I can trust my gut. There's a message to you of trust your gut. So this could go both ways. So take this as it resonates. You're not being called to pull down that barrier. You're being encouraged to follow what feels right for you, and know that. Okay, I can't get to the next part. Yeah, that's it. It's like, okay, I can't get to the next part. And I think you're afraid of others. Are you afraid of others maybe leaving or not? Or having, like, it's like either I'm seeing it like an attack or a run. It's like you're afraid that people will be triggered by that defense. I think maybe, because I'm laughing at that now, it's like, I think maybe you have only experienced, or you only had, like, in your mind that it was possible that people would either attack or run, and or the other, or freeze. Are those the three? You're afraid, or you have only experienced people being triggered by that. But I'm now being reminded of my initial response to Spider, even though the message was like a no, of fear, even though the barrier you place up is a message of no, even if it's a like not yet, because we had that with the start of like the reading. It did progress into a particular message, but it was a not yet. And I'm feeling shaky in my voice now, so this could be really hitting home for some of you. Or this is more a part of the message. Yeah, it's a simple message of, like, some people will respect that. Some people won't be triggered by that, because that trigger was always within them. It wasn't about you. It wasn't about that barrier is wrong. It's, some people know what, some people have that barrier themselves. Some people will respect that, I want to say. Shall we get another message? Like what? Maybe the card came out at that. The right people for you will respect that. So it's just a, and you know this is why you do this. That this is the barrier is there for a purpose. It's there to keep out those, I presume, those who would mess up what's inside, what's behind the barrier. It's like there's a reason for the barrier. So maybe that was like a lot of what that whole equation thing was about. It's like the answer is keep the barrier up, but you couldn't explain why, or you didn't want to explain why. I feel like it makes more sense to me now, like that you wouldn't have the equation, so if people poke at the answer you wouldn't know what to say. But then there was that message of like trusting, and you have trusted, like a thumbs up for trusting and holding the barrier despite the Okay, so the card came up with fox. I don't remember why I got a card. But my initial thought was that this looked like a sword. And what I'm seeing with that now is like the barrier is your sword, and certain creatures will get cut by that sword, and that's those that are triggered by it. Those that okay, enough said. Some will get cut by the sword, and others are of a material that it's like that sword just bounces right back off. I'm seeing like a jelly creature, but like jelly that's not cuttable through. I guess like all of them are jelly creatures, but some of them it goes through, and some of it is like, you know, the jelly, have you ever made jelly from like jelly packs? I don't know, we did this as children in my home, and I think you'd pour boiling water on these like cubes of like, it's like condensed jelly, and then you pour water on them, and then you mix it, and then you put that in like containers, bigger containers, so it's just like biggerness of that tininess, but the tiny ones are so delicious. But it was like naughty to eat those parts. Yeah, so it's like the watered down versions, those are able to be cut through, like that's normal jelly. But the condensed, the pure, the core, the real stuff, and the real good stuff, like that's so thick and not sortable. Only only hot water can kill them. I don't know why I don't know, usually I want to flow with my laughter, but that time I was like trying to cut it off. So maybe for some of you the barrier is from fear as opposed to safety. There's a small call to question. No, there's not. Okay, what am I doing this for then? Blank. And I didn't even think I included a blank card in this set. Ooh. I was just asking then, like, are we done? Is that what is it? No, there's more. What? Bonko bonko binky bee. You know, I thought I was gonna be too tired for pile 3, but your energy is very. It's that space again. You hold a lot of nuss for me to be anything, and that's bringing me to Fox also, where Fox can relate to like magician energy of like shapeshiftery. You can be anything, do anything, say anything, be anything. The be anything wants to be noted. The letter B, past self, but distorted self. See, I kind of feel like we've done that one. Maybe there's a third message, and I did just say that you're pile 3, and that could have to do with why this is so. My mind has gone a bit out of it now, but I think that's the point. It's like clean, fresh slate, start again. I'm seeing labradorite, but a labradorite that I don't own. Like, I guess this could. I was gonna say like labradorite in general, but it's actually a specific labradorite. So maybe this exists somewhere in the world. I mean, it exists now, but. Maybe, oh, that's bringing me down a trail that I'm not gonna want to express here, because I don't understand it. I like having things to not understand though, so that could have to do with you. That blank card wants to come up again. That could have to do with this message. Flop out. Fox. That's the same one. The same one comes out in the third one. Yeah, and what I was presenting there was very much an energy of like, I don't know, is that it? Could it be? Or something like that. But I knew that was the message. So you may present yourself to be far more, or you may convince yourself, or other people may perceive you to be far more unsure than you are. Whispers of the moon. And the jellyfish isn't reminding me of the moon. This looks like an axe. And by the way, Spider was at the back of the deck. I don't think I said that. Yes, thisness feels like part of this. Like it feels like a whisker. Of the ear. The ear is like the moon. Ooh. Imagine if you could sink into the moon, what would it tell you? That actually feels like it, because jellyfish also makes me think of that. Oh, jelly! Ah! Yeah, you, okay. How many of you noticed that? Yes, the knife, oh, it's a knife now. Why did that come out like that? Way sexier knife. I'm gonna so regret saying that. But I'm not, that's the thing. Fox. I'm blanking out. Yeah, the sword, not the knife, the sword. This is just a confirmation. The second, there's something about a second time or a third time, because this is the third message and the third pile, where you'll get the equation or you'll get the answer. And I feel like that's a bit like that spider is the answer and you'll get the full picture. It's like you may have had the answer as well as one of the parts of the equation, but not the other part. I guess. And with the other part, then it will make sense. I want to say like who you are and what you're meant for will make sense with the other half or with the other part. I feel so alive from saying that. I'm like invigorated. And yeah, I'm cutting it to slug. Yes. And why did I say and yet? It's like, no. Slug can be just as invigorated. It's just a whole, you just have to like really twist your perspective. It's not even really twisting. It's like when you put yourself into the eyes of the slug, everything. What do I want to say to that? It's just a different perspective. It's not less invigorated. Yes, newness. There's so much cleanness now. I'm being really drawn to the white. Is this white? Kind of white. This is white. Well, this is kind of pink now. Grey. It's a little. What am I? Okay. I think that's your reading. Glass, clear. Yeah, it's clear. There's something very cleansed at the end of all of this. Yes. Because I then cut to beetle, which is like you dug right down to the core, and then you expected to, or I expected me, or you expected me to say then, and then to go back up to the light. But it's not. It's like you dug right down to the core, the darkest part, and you realised, oh, it's bright down here. I could live down here. In the moon. It's like when you jellied yourself into the moon, then you realise, oh, actually, this isn't just like a place to rest or a place to cleanse or a place to... it's like, it's not a place to gain something. This is a place to live or to exist. It's just a place to feel more. It's like something that you thought was just like a, I don't know, regeneration was actually so much more. Or like I feel like I'll keep going with this. Yeah, that I think I'll keep going with this. It's like something you thought was temporary was actually not temporary. And I feel like that could definitely have to do with feeling that sense of invigoration, like happiness. Maybe you thought that happiness had to be temporary, because that was kind of the essence that I was saying, of like going down deep to go up high, and maybe you think that life has to be up and down, and that you can't have like a steady fulfillment or a steady happiness, a steady joy. And through this, whatever this has been, or whatever this will be, or has been, it has brought, or it is bringing, or what's the other one? Will bring. What will, but I don't know why that. Will but. Yeah, there's no but. There's no... And we had that earlier, didn't we? There's like that sense that I was comparing you to pile 2 who had like a but here's like, no, just clean, yes, done, perfect, life. There's a bit of an energy of like, you can find something and keep it. Yeah. And I think that that can extend, again, with that like equal sign, it can be to these, like, the micro and to the macro. Okay, I love you very much, and I'll maybe see you never, maybe see you always, and maybe sill you specifically. And now I'm gonna look up the word sill. Okay, bye bye.